Larry. Over the weekend, there were so many issues. The president has been speaking. There have been conversations around the National Cathedral, and the budget conversation is still ongoing. The media budget review, I mean. And there's so much that we have to discuss. In studio today, I would have two interesting guests to deliberate on issues, and we would see where this goes. But before then, I have in studio my partner, I should say, who has been away for a week. Suad, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I've missed you.
Same here.
What happened?
Yeah, it was just some small illness trying to knock me down.
But you resisted, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I trust you are strong now to take the fort.
Inshallah.
Okay, so I guess you are ready. But before we Suad takes us through the news headlines and her opinion, what would you be talking about?
For the opinion segment, I'll be talking about the National Cathedral.
The National Cathedral?
Yes.
You want to build it? Anyway, so Suad will be taking us through opinion on the National Cathedral, and then we'll come back in studio with my guest. Jama'a bayan sallama ta musulunci wanda ke shine salamu alaikum, mu na yi muku barka da warhaka kan Baina TV, kan shirin na muke kiran shi Sarin Safiya, wanda ke ni Ijahra Lare nake kawo muku tare da partner na Suad Yakubu. Suad ta komo ba da wani bata lokaci ba. Suad za ta dauki opinion and headlines ta bamu labaran da suka mamaye jaridu da kuma opinion ta kan National Cathedral. So Suad, take us away.
Okay, so today, the 2nd of August, Monday morning, in the news we have the Ghana Statistical Service to announce Ghana's population today. And then in Parliament, the anti-LGBTQ plus bill will be laid before Parliament today. And then over the weekend, there was the National Muslims Conference, and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying that Ghana, the level of religious tolerance in Ghana between Muslims and Christians is high, and then he's urging us to foster that unity to continue to go on. And on the National Cathedral, the Board of Trustees is saying that the cathedral will cost $200 million. And still on the cathedral, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu-Jinapor, says the seized rosewood logs will be used in building the National Cathedral. So this brings me to the opinion segment, where we'll be narrowing into the National Cathedral conversation. And last week, Thursday, the Finance Minister, Ken Oforiatta, was in Parliament to present the mid-year budget review, where he said, as part of his highlights, or as part of his presentation, he said that the government would roll out a program or a project to help in the fundraising of money to build the National Cathedral. Now, the National Cathedral is expected to be completed and opened for public use in 2024, 6th March 2024. Now, if you recall, when I was doing my checks and I was putting this piece together, I realized that when the announcement was made after President Akufo-Addo assumed office, it was a pledge he made, a covenant between him and God. So if I get it, as a lot of Ghanaians are saying, it was a personal covenant. It was something personal between him and God. So he said that he'd be building a national cathedral if he won the elections, which he did. And then soon after, there was the demolition of buildings around the area that was supposed to be used for the cathedral. The building it was a hostel or accommodation for judges then, but it's kind of out of use, so it was demolished to make way for the National Cathedral. And initially, the same finance minister, Mr. Kenoforiata, said that the cost earmarked for the National Cathedral will be $100 million. But then boards were created, the trustee board, the secretariats to oversee the building of the National Cathedral, and then it was extended to $200 million. And the most recent development raised funds, which, if you remain to well-meaning Ghanaians who wish, it's not compulsory, they are appealing to well-meaning Ghanaians for well-meaning Ghanaians to donate to the cause. So there's a club, 100 Ghanaians should be able to contribute. And then to my main discussion, okay, I'm going to summarize what National Cathedral conversation is concerned. So, Jamaa, nkuna jina once again tunana Suad Yakubu, dan kamu National Cathedral, ginin da ake ece musulmai muka samu National Mosque Complex 16. She Allah ya sa ya ci babban church. Shine last week Thursday mutanen Ghana game da kanda aka yi amfani da kudade. An need kudi mutanen da ana neman Ghanaians su ana tattarawa har a samu, amma kuma kwanakin bashi, amma an kuma ce an yi expansion, an bude cikin project na shi ya sa kanshi cikin project ga na National Cathedral. San kaman $100 million muke neman now park kamar kan da Independence Square yake nan da za yi harkokin kasa kai. Shi sa so far dai ba mun san kwanakin baya dai an yi ceremony, an yi taro a raise funds a tattara kudi, ba mu san nawa aka samu na wannan zaman da aka yi ba, amma yanzu haka dai abinda muka sani ne board of trustees wai 200 million Ghana cedis ake need, $200 million ake need a yi National Cathedral nan. To amma Friday ina duba news na gan kamar Lands Minister, that's the main issue of discussion here, Lands Minister Samuel Abujinapo Honorable, wai akwai wani itacen da ba use cikin Ghana ga an ban, an ce kara use kara yanka itacen na, itace babba ne kamar irin na timber da ana kiran shi rosewood kuma aka je kasashen waje yana nan kamar kan da gold yake, kamar kan da cocoa yake, yana kawo mu kasashe kudi, amma nan ga an ban don wadansu na yi illegal exportation, wadansu na yankawa suna kan kasashen waje kan da bai kamata ba. Shi sa government ya ban. In kun tuna last month, in dai kun ji an kama wadansu containers da rosewood ga da nake maganan ga, an sassa cikin containers nan da yawa, yana da yawa sosai. Aka kama goods nan daga Temaport inda ake cire kaya, don me, don ya zama illegal, ba yadda a je da irin wadanga itatuwan ga outside Ghana ko dai shigo ma. Amma Friday nan shi sa ana cikin bincike ya aka yi wadannan itatuwan nan suka kai port, Temaport mu inda ake cire kaya da inda ake ake fita da kaya cikin kasa. Shine ran Juma'an nan da ya wuce Lands Minister ya ce kamar Rosewood an seize, itatuwan nan an seize, amma maimakon a yar ko a yi da shi a ji a aje har ana investigation ina nan ina wasting nan. An sa cikin ginin National Cathedral nan, an use itacen da da use cikin National Cathedral nan, Rosewood da use. Shine ni da na gan wannan headline na read wannan story nan ban gamsu sosai ba cewa domin inda abu aka ce kamar ba use shi, it's an endangered species, cikin turanci ana ce kamar ba use, a bar use, kar a taba shi sam. She ku ce kamar za ku use ku sa cikin National Cathedral nan. First of all, it's a natural resource. It's a natural resource da idan muka export muka gyara al'amuran muka export shi, muka seal loopholes, muka make sure kamar ba samu wani illegal trade bayan shi, kamar waɗansu su je su kwashe su kai wani gari inda garin mu Ghana bai samu amfani shi. Idan wannan dai mu control, amma apart from that kamar cocoa, kamar gold ina da amfani ta wurin samun kudi makasa. Shi yasa idan ka ce kamar za ku doki Rosewood na a yi ginin National Cathedral, why not mu yi commercialize shi, mu yi kada za a yi because kasashen waje na amfani da shi. Shi yasa in ma mu da kanda za mu yi mu process shi, mu yi amfani da shi nan ma mu yi export, mu samu kudin da ma muke neman mu gina National Cathedral nan, mu samu from Rosewood nan mu kawo shi nan. Amma an ka ce za mu use Rosewood nan, it means that za mu cut cost kenan, because da wani kudi da za mu sai da shi wani itace daban nan, Rosewood nan ya zo ya clear shi. Shi yasa za su yi muna lissafi cikin 200 million da gina da shi National Cathedral nan, da su cire a doke shi Rosewood sun use $50 million ne, a ce kamar okay yanzu muna need 150 ne, ko dai bayan Rosewood nan mun kuma need 200 million na still, because cikin story nan ma ba fadi muna nawa how much of Rosewood we are going to use, a ce kamar maybe cikin turanci an ce out of the 200 million we use about 50 million worth of Rosewood. So the Rosewood that we have in Ghana, we're going to harvest maybe 6 million trees to build the National Cathedral. But for the muna, but maybe in coming days, an yi press conference a ce muna kabal, a ba mu update a ce muna kabal itatuwan da aka seize daga port nan, ga adadin su, ga adadin da za mu need ma National Cathedral nan, ga kuma inda an send an exporting ya yi successful, ga kudin da adadin kudin da za mu samu. Shi yasa as I said, in coming days maybe an ba mu update, amma ya fi mu bar hankalin mu tambaye questions, because as I said in the beginning, National Cathedral, it was a personal covenant between God and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. At least that's what he told us, that he made the covenant with God that if he won the elections, he was going to construct that edifice. Shesa, until we get updates on how much worth of rosewood we are going to commit into the construction of the National Cathedral, and how it would defray the costs and all other matters that would arise, we are still waiting. We are still waiting, and then we will still have this National Cathedral conversation because it is national. It's of national interest. Chesa, that Yusuf Nana will go on a commercial break, and then Ijahra will come with the main discussion.
My creator is my shepherd, I shall not want. But though I walk through the valley of the shadow of the dead, I don't say, here I'm from, joy and sorrow. Life is not easy. My emotions unbent, so deep I soul. Life is not easy. Where I'm from, joy and sorrow. Life is not easy. My emotions unbent, so deep I soul. Music is my connection to what the world doesn't know about me, Every man have a story to tell. This is my story. Lonely roads. Hey. I am a lonely road, and I walk it alone. My creator is my shepherd, I shall not want. But though I walk through the valley of the shadow of the dead, I don't fear no obstacle. As I walk with I have a here I'm from, joy and sorrow. Life is not easy. My emotions unbent, so deep I soul. Life is not easy. Where I'm from, joy and sorrow. Life is not easy. My emotions unbent, so deep I soul. Music is my connection to what the world doesn't know. I am call me as Lord of mercy on every struggling soul. I am a lonely road, and I walk it alone. I wrap up, I take band just to bring the love together. We wrap up with a band, bring one. How sweet it is in the sight of God, beside the unification of His nations, coming together in unity and wonders, just like. Your father is my father, well done. Your sister is my sister, your brother is my brother, your family is my family. Let's come together under one umbrella, united under one umbrella, love thy neighbor under one umbrella. Bless the chalice under one umbrella. Togetherness. Stop the gunshot, stop the bloodshed, seize the fire. Reguns are made for the ghost. We are not animals. Divided is a loss. United is a victory. Divided is a loss. United is a victory. Why can't we come together? Free like a bird from the sun. Free. Free, free, hear about it. Free, 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 Yakubu on the sky. Totally total for sopole sopa for dagbale ndana for kanale makana no me yegna chene kubu koleto aberbakasha kubu koleto ambu wala so kubu koleto
Back to Sarin Safia, the morning agenda with me, Ijahra Larry. You heard Suad Yakubu with her opinion on the National Cathedral and stuff. Right now I have in studio Faisal Governor, who is a political activist with the NDC, National Democratic Congress. Faisal, you're welcome.
Thank you, boss.
How have you been?
Alhamdulillah, we are doing well.
How was the elections?
They're saying that after election, no campaign.
No campaign.
Though we disagree with the ruling of the court, but we take it as part of our democratic gains. So we move along with it, hoping for the best in 2024.
MashaAllah. So the plan was to have Faisal Audubawa, governor, in studio with Mohamed Makumaiga. Unfortunately, Mohamed Makumaiga has sad news that he lost a relative, and so he had to be there. May Allah be pleased with the soul of the relative. So yawa komo na Baina TV kan Sarin Safia tare da ni Ijahra, sai mun ji opinion Suad Yakub kan shanin National Cathedral. To bayan wannan, kamar yadda muka ce muku, za mu kawo Faisal Audubawa wanda yake ana ce mai governor cikin studio mu tattauna da issues da ke cikin labaran jaridu. Da mun gayyace shi da Mohamed Makumaiga wanda yake NPP aspirant ne for youth organizer daga Ayawaso North, amma ya samu rasuwa, shi yasa bai samu zuwa ba. Allah ji rai.
Amin.
To, Faisal, kamar yadda ne muka ce, there are several issues that we need to look at. However, one of the key ones is the mid-year budget review. Last week we touched on it a bit, and there's something in here that the finance minister spoke of, especially when it comes to youth employment. And I'd like to quote him, not on youth employment, but in the budget. He says, I'm here not to ask for more money, not to ask for more taxes, but simply to update you on the performance of the economy for the first half year of 2021 and our plans for the unexpired term of the year. The mid-year budget review is yet to be debated.
No.
However, we have access to some of these things, and it's talking about youth employment and key projects completed by the government. among the key projects, ya ce fourth-year interchange daga Pokwase ya kara 85-bed Central Gonja District Hospital daga Bipe, ya kuma kara Premium Foods Limited da ababa da dama. What do you think about some of these things?
Okay. First and foremost, let me say good morning to you, to our viewers, right? I think this is my first time of being here, and I would like to say good morning to them, and then say good morning to the MP for Adintan constituencies, Honorable Mohammed Adamu Ramadan, and the good people of Ghana. I heard what you read. Kagan, minority leader, Honorable Aruna Idris, you can't drink water in an empty calabash. And that's a fact. Because there is a culture, ever since this government health power, there is a culture, any task for mid-year review by the Suna, Nemo Kudimos Skara. Ama this year, in the parliamentarians, I'm not here to ask for more money. Definitely, because we all know what is in the coffers. There is no money, so how can you ask for more money? Can't understand. So it is the reason why he said, definitely he would have asked for more. But he knew where he is sitting, he knew that there's nothing in the cafe. So what will you be asking? Again, he made mention of the Pokwase interchange. We've debated this issue for long. Everybody knows this project is not their project. Before Jomama left power, Yatu Nimekudi, Antu Nimekudi funding everything, this and that. Kukuna Kunika supervise, Ayakin. Amagaga, in the sooner add bash in the Akatiki, look at Jomama. Sooner add one number bash in the can Jomama, bash add can Amayazo credit, sooner quality credit. Amad is well understandable. Do you know why?
No.
Kagam, if you don't have a lot of projects to show, you go as committee for projects of your opponent, and that's what they are doing. Basuya Kiba, I can know Skuskai. She said, definitely, they will go around setting for projects that is meant that their predecessor did, and they would want to take credit for it. Of course, we know governance is continuing, and honestly, Ghanaians don't want to be hearing this. At the end of the day, in the Bashi Akaida Wana Aiki, it is Ghanaians who are going to pay, and not NDC members or MPV members. It is Ghanaians. But in the kill, acknowledge, come at the Prof. Mills, look at it in the N1 road. She invites John Ajakum Kufuezu. His
Excellency.
Come on, Aikinga. Ga one different Aikinga man, the Muka Zuma, I can make it by put it on hold. And then we make sure that dream or the goal is achieved. So your guys, the Kawanga in at the kill, it shows that we are aiming for something good. And not what we are doing. Kenny Suma the council Konongo Kakaya, Kuni Bako Kukui, one day Kuma Bakso Kubash credits. No Kupura so Kusata Mukwachabi, the 10 idol of the Kokumi. So that's I don't think there is anything much to say. Ghanaians know what is happening. When Nado was coming, he preached hope. Everybody now, or majority of Ghanaians now, know that what now hope now was a scam, and there is nothing that has to do with hope since Nado held power. So
How is the hope scam in the Akaje elections? Ghanaians no kuma suka zabe shi, it continue 4 years.
Kaga
Yan kuri na za. Kamar yanda ya sunan shi cikin media review na. Finance minister na tout achievements in government okay ka yi gada makan ya sunan shi the Pokwasi interchange kamar project ne da suka zo suka iske amma da ba su continue kuma ba da problem ne okay yanzu sun continue how about projects in intervention projects in government da kan shi ya begin as the finance minister states in the media budget review kama planting for food and jobs kama free SHS da wasu projects kama one village one dam da abubuwan na government ya yi.
Kan Ijahra ka kuma tona asirin su ma. Planting for food and job, where is it to the any governmental policy that seeks to alleviate the suffering of the masses, but not consistent or it cannot flow for a long period of time. It's a waste of money. For instance, this planting for food and job, what is the brain behind it? One, it will give the masses food, right? Affordable food to eat. And then two, it will provide job for our teeming youth who are willing and able to work, but there's no work. Tell us the price of food. When MPP was in opposition, we all know Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he will hold a seminar or a symposium and then tell us the price of Oluka at Malata is so and so. Why is he not saying it now? Clearly, price of food are skyrocketing, and it is a fact. In the Kaswa, so what is the benefit of planning for food and job? Job that's provided through this policy in our job. Kagoma can't raise issue about dam. Where are the dams? In the run-up to the election, our able and competent communication officer went round checking these dams, and they were dugouts, not down. They were worried. Come on, and so promises. Come on, we are going to dig a dam for you. But what they are saying, come on, was Ijahra, and then the minister who was in charge of these projects said, but the money I was giving, I cannot dig a meaningful dam for you. All these things, when you Google it, you see them. So if I say this government, it's a scam, I have evidence to show that they just came to scam Ghanaians. There is nothing that they can show off. Yes, every government, just like they said when they were in opposition, that every government build roads, every government build schools and stuff. But before Jawama left power, he left a standard. Everybody knows when it comes to infrastructure, these people were not able to meet that standard. I don't know now, but we are told, say Agrobeswa, if you are not, and we are 7 months now, or even 8 months. We are in August, yes. That's 8 months, and then most of chief executive officers have not been appointed. Board chairman and board of corporations is yet to be appointed. And we only have 4 years. And Zamu 1 year. Even MC and DCEs, we are still struggling to name them. And these are key people or key offices that ensures development. Because some of the CEOs, they cannot take on some projects if they don't seek the approval of the board. Here, that's the case that the board is not even yet a setup. So Zambu waste full 1 year, and you know when we said that there is no money in the cabinet, so obviously he cannot ask for money. All these appointment is one of the reasons, because if the boards and whatever have not been put in place, how can this department function? They cannot function. So within 1 year, we are only paying salaries. There is no can't some of these big corporations can't take one bold initiatives. They can't, because the constitution employ them to make sure that they seek approval from the from the board before they can go with their activities, and then the board is yet to be set. So that's where we are. Unfortunately, but it's one of the consequences of voting for a bad government, and we would have to live with it for the rest of our 4 years.
Okay, jama'a kuna kallon tsarin safiya kan Baina TV, ina tare da Faisal Governor Audu Bawa, wanda yake shi political activist ne na NDC. Yana batun budget, mid-year budget review na finance minister ya kai ma parliament last week. Ina gwadawa maganganun na finance minister ya yi ciki kamar sun achieve abubuwa da dama kamar free SHS, the one village one dam, da wasu intervention project yana nuna cewa ba gaskiya ba ne, kuma finance minister ya ce ba ya zo ya nemi kudi wurin parliament ba ne, ce gaskiya dai ba kudi. Ya ce ya quote Honorable Aruna Idris, wanda yake shine minority leader in parliament, ya ce kamar ba kai ka sha ruwa cikin kwaryan na ba kuma ciki. To da mun samu akwai Muhammad Maganan ya ba shi kuma mu ji maganan bakin shi, amma tunda dai ba shi mu move mu je onto our next issue, shine batun National Cathedral. Mun ji abin na Suad ta ce na so mu dai mu sassauta kan batun National Cathedral, because there are other issues that we would touch on. Amma National Cathedral da mun saka ma $100 million, is it dollars? Za a yi da shi. Yanzu kuma muna ji $200 million za a yi da shi. Ina za samu kudin? Last week mun samu labari cewa shugaban kasa yana kiran mutane a taimaka, a yi donations 100 cedis each. In some ways, it is not a bad idea to solicit for funds from people to do something to honor God. However, if we are looking at the National Cathedral as a project from the president's bosom that he's giving as an offering unto God, ya kamata ce jama'a su contribute before I wannan.
Ijahra, na gode. Kagan, to be honest, government doesn't have business in building a cathedral. What government can do, just like what government did for the Muslim Ummah, government can facilitate the provision of land and other things, but for government to invest so much money in it, no, it's why we have so many problems in this country, and cathedral, in fact, it's not even one of them. It's not one of them. And if you compare with that of our the Islamic Ummah, it was the Turkish government, or even an entrepreneur from Turkey who came and supported that establishment. Kagan, one, I heard one of your ladies saying it here. One, the president said alkawali iskan shi da Allah inda Allah ya bashi wanga kujeran ga ya gina mai cathedral. And Muduka in one way or the other, Muna have that association with God, and it's good. Sometimes God will also do it for you, especially your part of the bargain. Nobody forced the president to promise God, I'm going to do this for you. No. So you don't. He doesn't need it to even appeal for fund. You should just start with your own money, with your own pocket money, not Ghanaians' money. When you start, people will see the need to help you.
Kai, would you be happy if, or would you forgive the president if you heard as a sitting president, initiate project among National Cathedral, the Kudinshi? Wouldn't you think he's using state money?
Yeah, is because these thoughts will that in the budget there are some amounts of funds that is given to the president. Don't know what it is because it is assumed that there are some national strategy for their operations. Can't understand. But once Ghanaians to do that, two, basket, right? You've heard it a lot. Less what you can to set for job for his people and then tax them.
So government is going to create 1 million jobs for Ghanaians.
And we know what they did. If you could remember, the tourism industry said that they provided almost 1.2 million jobs. And if the media by review, we were expecting him to come and say if they are going to add, it should be adding what the tourism sector is saying. So you can see that there's a disjoint
government or finance minister, but I know this for a fact, so I feel that this campus has benefited a lot of entrepreneurs, young people who, for instance, have had the FDA license, for instance. It has been made easy. It has been paid for certain businesses based on their business plan, qualification, especially. They have created a source for youth to get employment, at least if you're up to 1 million. But I'm saying, something like this is something they have done. Is it not worthy?
Finance Minister, you just said it may not be.
Yes, the
lack of transparency in governmental issues. Because Kanda Suke calculate no number. Kazama during when E.T. Mensah was the employment minister, Kanda Ake calculates Yasuneshi or a mechanism whereby we can all believe that
it's wrong for the president mutani come on to buyer
very asana efata akata ji wonne magana and here asana idea for what efata bosu yo Izankati hospital we muna to build for underprivileged areas in the kagan yaran mutane ana kote kasa ana zana bu kan the situation is very embarrassing of a country like Ghana. So I say India acquire under systems. Can was an aiki da muke kinga. In zan cartoona in the 90s. Izam akai wani dauda gida. Akona gida egan wani gagani duwa wani gida wani sara soronsu. Because in kan wanga kinga isa in establish wanga kinga youth in that wanga kinga kan musani. And there are a lot of our guys. Anna is more or less like Anna Bion Kudiyamato couldn't government in the Murum Kitty.
Tochkino president Kitches with 100 cities to Bayern.
Okay, so for Yan Naponi.
Nobody has put a gun to your head to donate. She said, I'm back, I can donate. Kakama Bakinka.
Is one of the arrogance of communication. And politically wrong. Timing is wrong. Ghanaians are really suffering. They are suffering. But this person is the same taxpayers' money that is used to pay her. And you are telling us that there is no gun on anybody's head. to pay the Rama money. And we, the Ghanaians, are even telling you that society should not have even come at all. It shouldn't. It's a sole pledge of the president. He can organize his ministers to help him to honor his pledge. Not Ghanaians. Ghanaians like sports child. They never take responsibilities. When there is an issue, they either blame the
whole world. Economies they were soon suffer and the
populist nature of this government. That's why we don't know how much our president is spending in bathing in the skies. We don't know. Up to date, today the finance official.
Is it not like what you
Ghanaians needs to know, especially when we are being the order of the day. Let's assume Honorable Obineto Ablakwa ya mad what is now. You those with the fact, what do you need to do?
Come on.
You need to come out and tell people, come on, hey, this statement or these facts are not accurate, but this is the good one people need to take. And you're speaking, so Ghanaians will take it as because when you start dealing that and the finance minister, you are the one holding it, so you can't tell this panda is going is happy. That's why they want to tell us the truth.
All right, if you've just joined us, I'm in studio with Faisal Governor Audu Bawa, who is a political activist with the National Democratic Congress, NDC. He has been speaking about the National Cathedral and how he feels the president, if indeed he wants to carry out this as an offering unto God, should lead the construction of the cathedral. Donate 100 cedis each is unnecessary. Now we'll move to another issue, and I'd like us to tie this in with the fix the country conversation, because there's going to be is it a demonstration or
is it a walk?
Yeah, I think it's a march on Wednesday, I believe, which is the 4th of August. It's a holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday. Lent is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
So it means nobody has you don't have any excuse to say you will not come out, because the day is a holiday.
So before we come to that, the president has said Africa must build robust compliance system against financial crime. He has said this. So financial crime is one of the things that's costing us as a people. Yana mutane ke samun su cikudi kan anyan na yesu abama doka. And financial crimes, if we are going to take a critical look at financial crimes, and organized crime, it is very remarkable that the president is making such an emphatic statement and a call to make sure that we build a robust system to counter financial crime. Fix the country only by civilians, but by state actors as well. Yena chimuna tuwa Korea, which is why they are doing this. So I want us to discuss this visa.
All Ghanaians to come out in our numbers on the 4th to government that Ghanaians are not happy with the way they are handling our national issues. Ghanaians are not happy with their performance, and Ghanaians are disappointed in the hope they preached. Governments are scared of numbers, crowd. We can't be in our individual homes and be saying call list is too much, there is bribery, there is this, there is the insecurity, the violence among others is too much, and yet there is a program being organized to put up all these challenges we are facing together at the doorstep of the president, and we'll be sitting home. So I will urge Ghanaians to come out in an lacking that day is going to be a holiday, and most of us will not be going to work, even if you'll be working, to support these organizers in telling government that enough is enough.
So you are calling on people to come and support a movement that says NDC and...
As much as we criticize its government, we also believe the fact that there is no perfect government anywhere. But once there is a government, and if you don't push or you don't keep them on their toes, they do whatever they like without taking the input of the people that they are governing. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, I heard some of them, but I heard some of the organizers of Fix the Country attacking NDC, adding them or putting them together to MPP to attack. I believe those insults and attacks are unfounded. Honestly speaking, we have a government now, and that government will going to govern us till 2024, and we need to put this government on their toes. You can't put someone who is already down on his toes, and the NDC is not holding power. When Occupy Ghana, the famous Occupy Ghana was criticizing NDC, they weren't doing that and attacking MPP when they were in position, because they knew that look at it now. Coca criticized MPP. Back what in the case of some resources now, what are the government just back on the result, and I believe that it was a trap set by MPP to the organizers of Fix the Country, and they fell for it. The reason why I'm saying that is that when the campaign started, MPP communicators were saying these guys are NDC guys, so let's pitch them to political side so that the value of their campaign will reduce. People will say, oh, since it is NDC doing it, let's forget them. And in an attempt by the organizers to make Ghanaians see them as independent, they don't have any political colors, they started attacking NDC. Can understand? So that was the game. But I'm here, I'm fully NDC member, Cadbury member of NDC, and I support the Fix the Country demonstration, and inshallah, if the time reaches and I'm okay, fully fit, I'll join them.
So you fully endorse the message that the country has been messed up over a period, especially during this fourth republic of NDC MPP, NDC MPP.
Kagam, in every regime, there comes a movement. Let's get that first. We used to have CJA, if you could remember. Kwesi Pratt and the rest. That's during the first time. We had Occupy Ghana during John Mohammed's time. And during John Mohammed's time, we have what is it Dumso or what? That's the one that was led by Yvonne Nelson and the rest, and some of the celebrities.
Oh yes.
They were also there. Now we have fixed the country. The country will not be fixed by NDC, because NDC doesn't have any power. NDC doesn't have any social contract with Ghanaians now. It is MPP that have social contract with Ghanaians. And it's MPP who promised Ghanaians that they can do far better than what John Mohammed's administration was doing. So if we have any cry or any complaint to put to, it is at the doorstep of Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, and not John Mama or NDC. And it is on that spirit that I'm encouraging our NDC members to join in this campaign. And we shouldn't see or we shouldn't feel that these guys are also attacking NDC, so we are not going to join them. No. It was a trap set to them by MPP, and they fell for it. But we are, at the end of the day, country broke or no broke, we all day inside. And we want this country to be fixed so that at least we can have our 3-day square meal. We can do whatever we want to do legally under this administration. So let's join them and make sure that the demonstration is a successful one. Yeah.
Okay, so you've heard Faisal Governor Audubawa, the political activist with the NDC, telling us what he feels about Fix the Country, and now he's calling on all Ghanaians to support the movement. They are having a demonstration on the 4th, which is Wednesday, inshallah, and he's calling on everyone to go out in their numbers to show the support. I'll come back to you for your final remarks and message, but there have been some comments on the page about what we've been doing. Message from Positive Change Medina. It says, from Positive Change in Medina, Accra. It says, after importing special stone from Israel for the construction of President Akufo-Addo's cathedral, it's now time for Hibima, Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana. Where did we go wrong? Say no to cathedral. God is not homeless. And then Salam also sends us one. It says, great job. This is my first time having a view of the program. Okay, Salam, it's nice to have you watching. And he comes back with another message and says, this regime is a scam and no critical thinking person will contribute for this criminal, echoing what Faisal Governor has been saying on the program. You can also send us your comments or contributions and we shall read them out. We are coming to the end of the show, and before we wrap up, I would like Faisal to give us his final remarks, and whoever you're sending a message before we close.
First and foremost, I would like to say that this government should be serious about youth employment. It's more or less like a national security issue. Let's get meaningful job for our teeny youths, and this is what is going to help the nation. And through the job we are giving to the youth, we can as well tax them for our developmental issues. And secondly, these governments, the 8 months second term of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he should please name his CEOs, MDs, MCs, and DC, so that they can start work quickly. Example is the MC and the DC. These guys are the developmental agents in our societies. They construct the gutters, the roads, and most of them. And if these guys are not there, because the ones that you put there as caretakers, they cannot make any major decision there, because they actually don't know their fate. They don't know whether they are going or they are staying. So I think the employment should come, the appointment should come early, so that that we can see the development in our communities. I would like to say that the fix the country. I've been campaigning for them even on my Facebook handle. I think we should join them in letting this government do. It's very important. We need on the 4th of August. We need to shake this country with the fix the country demonstration. Because honestly, we are struggling, we are suffering. Now, and you know, the kind of economy we operate here, when there is an increment of fuel, it affects any sphere of our economy. Transport owners would like to. Even today, this morning, I was watching a news that bread sellers are saying they are increasing the price of the bread by 1 cedi. And bread should be something that at least even if you don't have money, when you get some water and bread, you can eat and you are okay. Now they are also increasing it. So this government should stop the rhetorics and work. They should work. The talking is too much. It's more or less like a PR government. They should stop and work. That's all. That's what I have to say.
Okay, fantastic. Jama'a, yau mun samu Faisal Gabna dubawa cikin studio mun dan tattauna kan al'amuran da ke gudana cikin kasa, ya faɗi muna ra'ayin shi game da yadda yake gan aikin government. Ya kira zuwa ga jama'a support fix the country movement in the inshallah on Wednesday za su yi demonstration. Mu duka muna duba ya demonstration zai je, in Allah ya kai mu wannan rana mun duba da mun ya muje mu gani yana aikin su zai je. To all too soon dai mun kai karshen program mu, ya kamata mu saki Faisal Governor Audu Bawe ko je yi harkokin shi. Mun gode mai sosai da ya zo studio. Muhammad ma kuma ga kuma na yi mai addu'a Allah ya karfafa shi da family shi, kuma Allah ya jikan rai. Muna isar da gaisuwa zuwa ga manyan mu da director mu da yake shi yake rike da mu nan ga, muna ce mai Abdurrahman Zuliyadain. Shi ya jagoranci mu muka zama nan muke kawo muku wanga. Allah ya mai albarka, Allah ya taimaka mai. Sannan muna da manya kuma sarkin samari Alhaji Salisu, muna gaida sarkin samari da kuma kanin shi da masani Alhaji Rabiu Maude Presido, muna ma gaisuwa da kuma yayaninmu da manyanmu wasu kama Alhaji Abbas da sauransu. Kun duba mu yau, ni ne naku Ijahra Lare tare da Suad Yakubu da other members of the team, Zulaihat Muhammad da kuma Yusuf Yushau Azara wanda yake shine technical producer na ya make sure kama wanga abubuwa duka sun zo muku kamar yadda ya kamata. To insha Allah Allah kan mu gobe za mu sake haduwa nan Baina TV kan tsarin safiya. Before manta ya sunanta, congratulations to Hajiya Rabi Mahmud Watigi wanda ke ta ci best student journalist daga I think Physicians Student Association of Ghana ta ci wannan award. Congratulations to Hajiya. To salamu alaikum.
Brothers traveling far with pride, preaching the message of a one world tribe, one love, one heart, a one world tribe.
a difference, yeah. Hey, I have a black color, same Laurent Chouet. White color, same Laurent Chouet. Blue or green, have a brrr. Let love clean your mind from the past. All the pain, yes, and thoughts of the mind. Let love clean all demarcation. Let love heal the wounds and scars. And again, love. Without love, the world would not know peace. Lord, one world tribe unification we preach. When the clouds are down low, the moons and stars are shining. They only shine on the faces of love. Oneness, togetherness are right there. Peace and love, unification, we mission. One world tribe, we preach a mission. And again, it is so much calling to the side of justice, side of unification. Not again, of this nation. Between peace and love, one lose. Hey. Oh, so love, so bright, love.
Listen to my womb. Listen very clear. Open up your arm, open up your ear. I ain't not the same. A message that be true. Peace, love, and unity. Man, that's all we gotta do. We gotta join together. Gotta make a stand that teach our children well. Let them understand that the time is now. The time is here as a one world tribe. There is nothing left to fear. I be a white Rasta man, traveling from afar. Pride in my step. Love in my heart, speaking word of truth for all the world to hear. With brother Red, I preach loud and clear. Together we must stand, though divided we will.
And I'm live and alive and I'm live. Where and on this, yeah. This money, my story. Get the vibe, get the feeling. This money, my story. So many things is gone wrong, cause there's no good giving the chance to perform. Get the vibe, get the feeling. This money, my story. So many things is gone wrong, cause there's no good giving the chance to perform. Stigma is depriving me of my right, just as we are to good life. And the nation seems to be blind. Intellect don't look beyond the blatant lies. If you research into the skies, you'll see why your dreams at night. Not all that glitters is gold. I've seen so many that she best to reform. Understand your fellows, you'll have no reason to make them enemies. Nima's a beautiful city, and it's sad when I hear those critics qualify for a job. The mention of Nima, everything tends to be wrong, oh God. Ignorance, trying stigmatized, and we clean on point, on set and ready. Yeah, we give it them 1, 2, 3, them can never understand this. Yeah, this money, my story. Way bamboo darling. So now I'm on to our swing. I've been there, come on, Sarah, you want me as only. Baso sanda jamu ba shaloka chinza pia kusa. Ankalim suwa kuke wasada. Enda zama muba nakane naka kama wasaka kama iskoti afidere ni kwa hituba kama yara kuma manyane kama hali sumun sansuruka. Get the vibe, get the feeling. This money, my story. So many things is gone wrong, cause there's no good again. given the chance to perform. Get the vibe, get the feeling. This money, my story. So many things is gone wrong, cause it's on good giving the chance to perform. Yeah, and I'm live and alive and I'm live. Yeah, and we clean on point, on set and ready. Yeah, we give it them 1, 2, 3, them can never understand this. Yeah, this money, my story. Believe God. Yeah.
Why you people get so worried about nothing? Why? Life, just live. Yeah, only make sure you're good life. Good life. Yeah, like a healing
For you. Yeah. I'm catching the steez, I'm feeling the breeze, and girl, your body keeping me life and good for my future. You know I'm a big man, so don't wanna talk too much. Step onto a big God covered, so we get our healing. Religion, someone's healing. To the next man, it's misleading. To the other guy, like a Fiat killing. Miseducation, disease. Looking at me like a civilian. But at every level we're dealing, I'm coming. I want to rule it. And I know you got that feeling. Fire, yes, fire. We coming here to inspire. Group lawyers, Batman got to retire. I wanna know the reason you wanna drum. Can't you see, can't you smell it? Nobody's getting to your cut. Yeah. Get the remote to the demand. This of the wheels, I'm a rely. Light up and touch me a healer. Come over here, deliver healing. Reason, don't you get fed up on the mission. Only healing, dealing. Switch the man them to the ceilings. Healing, reason, don't you get fed up on the mission. Healing, dealing. Switch the man them to the ceilings. One man dope alike, never got a look alike. Flame and sins, just that you don't look my side. Now that I got your attention, you will lick the vibes. Promise, got for you so much life, yeah. Business and advice, looking like wealth. Not to stretch your mind, but heal. Inspire you, goodness, kings, bliss. Good life is such a clean. Talk about really move for families. Take it or leave it. We came here purposely for the healing. Most of y'all, let's be the spirit. We'll go deep inside to clean it. We are the laundry, we are laundry. For the truth we'll never disguise. Cause I'm cool, you thinking I'm high. Get every more to the demand. These are the wheels, I'm a rely. Lights up and touch me a healer. Come over here, deliver healing. Reason, don't you get fed up on the mission. Only healing, dealing. Switch the man them to the ceilings. Healing, reason, don't you get fed up on the mission.